It's Sylvester, and for my birthday, my stepmom bought me this book. It's called The Secret. You may have heard of it. It's pretty famous. It's pretty well known. And it was an enjoyable read, but I'm not entirely sure if I recommend it. I understand the theory behind it, that thoughts have a lot of power, and if you spend your time meditating on the bad things in your life, you are attracting more bad things into your life. And so if you spend your time thinking about good things and thinking about the things that you want to have in your life, you are bringing those things into your life. And again, I'm not entirely sure if I believe that. I know that thoughts have power, but I don't know if they have that much power. Like, it is true that if you spend your time thinking negatively and focusing on bad things, you are training your brain to notice bad things, and you're spending more energy and time on the bad things that you are on the good things, and that leads to being it's not good. It's not good. You need to think positively. You need to think about the things in your life that you are grateful for, and the things that you appreciate, and the good things. And when you spend your time thinking about the good things and being appreciative of the good things, then you will notice the good things more when they happen, and you will dedicate more of your time and energy to celebrating the good things rather than feeling crappy about the bad things. That all makes sense to me. However, the book takes it a little bit far, a little too far in my opinion. Like, there's one spot in the book where it talks about healing your health issues with your thoughts. Like, basically, if you have cancer, if you just think real hard about not having cancer, you can manifest not having cancer. And I think that's dangerous thinking, frankly. I think that that's kind of bullcrap. I think that if you have cancer, you need to have reasonable expectations, and you need to seek actual medical treatment instead of just thinking that you can use your thoughts to heal yourself. There's some things that thoughts can't do, and I don't think that thoughts can cure cancer, but the book would argue otherwise. So, again, I'm not entirely sure if I recommend this book. It was an interesting read, and I do understand the power of positive thinking, but, again, it can be a little bit dangerously pseudoscience-y. Anyways, the point is, I thought I'd give this secret I'd give it a shot. I've heard about the concept of putting what you want into the world and having it come to you, manifesting. So that's what I'm going to try to do in this video. I'm going to talk about the things I want from my life, the future that I don't know is possible, or I don't know if it's something that actually will happen. The chances that it will happen are frankly kind of slim, but I'm gonna do my best to really believe, like the book says, just really believe. And so here's what I want from my life. One day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna check my YouTube channel, and I will have over 1 million subscribers, and people will love me. People will appreciate the videos I make. They'll like my opinions. They'll like my personality. They'll think that I'm attractive. And I'll have fans. Now, I'm trying to be reasonable here, because I don't live in a fantasy world, and I do understand that it is impossible to be famous and not have haters. So of course I'll have haters, but they'll be drowned out by the fans. Excuse me, I burped a little. I'm so sorry. That's really bad ASMR. I'm not good at this, but my new motto is embrace imperfection. Embrace your flaws. flaws. I mean, you should still work on your flaws and still continually try to be better, but you're always gonna have flaws, and you're always gonna be imperfect, so embrace it, because that is part of what makes you, you know? Being imperfect makes you interesting. Anyways, so I'm gonna be famous, properly YouTube famous, and I'm gonna have a lot of money. Somehow, I suppose I'll start a Patreon or something similar to Patreon, and people will just give me their money, and I'll have so much money, more money than I could ever have dreamed of. I don't really know how much money somebody with 1 million subscribers makes, but in my fantasy world, I'll become a millionaire. I'll be a millionaire, a self-made millionaire. And I know, capitalism is bad, and millionaires are, hated because it's like I know it, like, it's kind of not super ethical to want to be a millionaire, but I can't help it. I like the idea of having a lot of money, and I would like to be a millionaire. Sorry. So, the first thing I'm gonna do is give a bunch of money to my mom, and then I'm gonna buy my own condo. I checked my credit score because I was wondering if I have good enough credit to buy a condo, and according to what Google says, I should have good enough credit. So, I will buy myself a condo, and I used to want to live in Toronto, but I think I want to stay close to my mom, because my mom is my world, she is my everything, and so, that sounds like kind of creepy. It sounds like I love my mom a little too much, but my mom is the love of my life. And then Sweet Home Alabama starts playing. Just kidding. Actually though, I love my mom a lot, and so Toronto is a bit too far for her to drive, and I'm not planning on getting a car. I'm just gonna Uber everywhere, because I don't really want the responsibility of having a car. I'll get a bike, but I'm not gonna get a car, and so I'm gonna stay here in London, Ontario, because it's close enough that my mom can come see me, and I'll pay for her gas money. I know it's unfair that she has to come to visit me, and I won't have a car, so I can't go to visit her, but again, I'll pay for her gas money, and it'll be fine, I'm sure. Where my mom lives, I don't really like going there. It's like a small town, and people there are pretty close-minded, and, just the fact that I'm a trans man means I'm not super welcome there, so I'm not really that jazzed on visiting my mom where she is, but if I had to, I suppose I could take an Uber, or maybe I'd make friends and have a friend who has a car who will drive me to go see my mom sometimes. Yeah, sure, let's say that. I'll make friends, and one of my friends will be willing to drive me out to see my mom sometimes. But most of the time she's gonna have to come see me. Sorry, Mom. I am gonna give her a lot of money, though, so hopefully that makes up for it. I already know what condo building I'm gonna live in here in London, Ontario. There's this building, and I watched it get built, and it is the coolest looking building. It's a great location, and I just really want to live there. But I'm not going to tell you what building it is because I don't want to dox my future self. So I'm going to have a nice condo, and I'm going to hire somebody. Sorry, clearing my throat isn't very professional ASMR of me. Again, I'm not very good at ASMR. Embrace your imperfections. Anyways, so I will hire somebody to do my taxes for me, because I will suddenly have money and my taxes will be harder to do, and I'll have multiple streams of income because I'll have Patreon or whatever is similar to Patreon that I use. I heard of something called like a fourth wall, I think, is like something that's similar to Patreon but apparently better. So maybe I'll get a fourth wall. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, I haven't looked into it. And then I'll also have AdSense money from my videos from YouTube, assuming that my videos don't get demonetized, which they probably will. And then I will have money, and so my taxes are going to be a little bit more difficult. Right now I'm unemployed, and so my taxes are pretty easy to do. But I could probably do my own taxes, but I have this fear that I'm going to do my taxes wrong, and then I'm going to go to jail for tax fraud. So I think I'll just hire somebody to do that for me. And then I'm going to donate a bunch of money to all of the places in London, Ontario that have fed me, because I'm in poverty and I eat a lot at free meals. There's free community meals, usually held at churches throughout the city. In fact, I think all of them are at churches. And actually there's one place called The Ark. I used to eat there a lot. It's not a church, but it is a Christian-based organization. And there's the London Food Bank. They're not associated with any churches, but I will give money to the food bank. I will give money to all of these places that have fed me, even though, again, a lot of these places are churches, and I'm not super into Christianity, but they did feed me in my time of need, so I will donate money to them. And I'm sure I will get some kind of tax break for making charitable donations. I'm not really sure how that works, but again, I'll have somebody to do taxes for me, so they'll figure it out. And I'll buy a lot of clothes. I'll make a lot of YouTube videos doing clothing hauls, but even though I'll be a millionaire, I'll still buy my clothes at the Goodwill or at secondhand shops, because I believe in sustainable fashion. I don't want to buy new clothes. I want to give old clothes a second chance and a new life. And so I'll do clothing hauls probably once a month from Goodwill or some other secondhand shop. There aren't really that many secondhand shops in London, Ontario that I know of, at least. So probably Goodwill. And then I'll donate my old clothes, if it's in good condition, back to the Goodwill. And I'll probably donate to the Goodwill as well, since I patronize them so much, or since I will patronize them so much. And like I said, I'll do haul videos, and people will love them, because I have great style and great taste in fashion. And I'll start making soap, because I've always wanted to try making soap. I know that I don't know if I'll like it, because I've never tried it before. So maybe I'll try it and I'll hate it. But if I try it and I do enjoy it, then I'll sell that as merch. Instead of selling normal YouTuber merch, I'll sell soap. And I'll sell it like $20 a bar, because I can. And what else will I do? I'm not going to get a credit card. I don't really have any reasons why I don't like credit cards, but I just don't like the idea of having a credit card. I guess I'm scared that I might spend more than I have, and then I'll be in debt, and I really don't like the idea of being in debt. Oh, that reminds me, one thing I'd have to do when I become a millionaire is I have to pay back the debt, because I am in debt. I do owe the government, God, I don't remember how much, like $3,000 or something, like, I don't know. I owe the money. I owe the government money, because when I first went on to disability, they overpaid me for some reason. Maybe it's only like $1,000 that I owe them. I legitimately don't remember, but I owe them a lot of money, way more money than I have, and so I have to pay that back. Again, I'm not really sure why I owe them this money. They said they paid me too much, but I don't know. Whatever. I owe them money, so I'll pay that off. I'll be debt-free. I'm not going to have a credit card. I know that credit cards can be useful for building your credit score, but as I've said, I checked my credit score and it seems to be good enough, so I don't really need a credit card. And what else will I do with my money? I will travel. I'll go to Paris. I always wanted to see the Eiffel Tower and sip a cappuccino in a Parisian cafe with the cobblestones. I picture myself sitting outside outside of a Parisian cafe at like a little table, sitting on the cobblestones and the Eiffel Tower in front of me. And so I'll do that. And there's this one building in Paris. It's like the only skyscraper in Paris. It's not, I don't know if it's still the only skyscraper in Paris, but it's like infamous. Everybody hates this building because it ruins the Parisian skyline. It's just like you see all of these low buildings and then one giant skyscraper that just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, and everyone in Paris hates it. And I love that building, even though I don't remember what it's called. And I'm gonna visit that building because I like the idea of a building that is hated by people, because I have felt like I've been hated by people for a lot of my life, and so I feel like a spiritual connection to this building, even though, again, I don't remember what it's called. I'll look it up. And then I'll go to Tokyo, and then I'll go to Manhattan. And then I want to visit this one cat sanctuary in New Jersey called Tabby's Place. I don't know if they're still open. I think they are. I used to be really obsessed with Tabby's Place for some reason. I read about it in an issue of Cat Fancy magazine. They had a paralyzed cat named Bagheera, and I loved that cat. And then I fell in love with Tabby's Place, and I would anyways, so I'll visit Tabby's Place, and I'll film a video while I'm there. I'll film videos while I'm traveling, make travel vlogs, and I'll donate some money to Tabby's Place, because, assuming I don't visit them and find out that they're actually really awful to their cats, but if I go there and it's a really cool place, and if they let me film a video there, then I'll give them a bunch of money, and again, get like some kind of tax refund for it or something. And then, what else am I gonna do? Man. I mean, I don't know. Is that it? Is that pretty much my dream? I mean, I guess so. I want to live a fairly simple life. Just me in my condo with my fancy clothes from the Goodwill. So not that fancy, but still fancy. I'll eat good meals. I'll actually have enough money to buy healthy food like fruits and vegetables. I mean, I do eat fruits and vegetables, but they're expensive, so I eat a lot of cheap food that isn't always very healthy for me. So I'll be able to buy all the fruits and vegetables that I want, and I'll eat luxurious, healthy meals, and I'll just live a simple, solitary life, but I'll have friends, I'll make friends with the people in my condo building, and I'll have that friend who has a car who'll drive me to go see my mom, and I guess I should probably mention my dad. Sorry, my dad probably feels left out. I guess I'd give him money too. He hasn't been in my life that much until like recently, and he's done a lot for me, don't get me wrong, he's very awesome, but I still sometimes forget about him because he wasn't in my life for like a long time. So, and that was my own doing. I kicked him out of my life. It's a long story, and you know what, it's a story that doesn't really matter. The point is, I would give money to my dad, and he can come visit me at my condo, and maybe he can make soap with me one day. I'll teach him how to make soap if he wants to, and his wife, of course. Sorry, shouldn't forget about my stepmom. She's the one who gave me this book after all, and so if I'm able to manifest this life, then I guess she's gonna be, at least in part, somebody that I should thank for that. So of course I'll give her money as well, and I'll let her hang out at my condo and make soap with me if she wants. I don't think I'm gonna get a cat. I love cats, and it would make me less lonely living by myself, but I just don't know if I'm ready for a cat again. Like, I had a cat for 8 years. She was a lovely senior cat when I adopted her, and she was wonderful, but I just don't know if I am mentally mature enough to handle taking care of a living creature. Like, it was genuinely a struggle to take care of her, and cats are pretty low maintenance, all things considered, and so the fact that it really took a lot out of me to take care of her, it means that I don't have a lot of, I'm not in a place in my life where I feel like I am able to handle taking care of a living thing. So, and I mean, maybe part of that is guilt, because I feel like at times I didn't love my cat as much as I should have. I mean, I loved her a lot, but there were times when I, could have been better. I could have been there for her more, and I'm a very solitary guy, and sometimes I forget that she was here, and like that kind of thing, where it's like she should have been, I don't know. I have regrets. So I don't know if I should get another cat, because I have regrets, and I don't want to, take on a responsibility that I can't handle. Anyways, I'll make videos, and of course I'll get a better camera. I actually have a pretty good camera. It's just that the battery is old and doesn't really work that well. And also my computer doesn't read the SD card, so I'll buy a new computer, and I'll buy a new battery for my good camera, and maybe I'll buy a filming light and have a proper filming setup, and I'll probably dedicate a spot in my condo to be my filming area, and I'll put fun stuff in the background, like maybe a Fight Club poster, and I don't know, a picture of my symbol, the symbol that represents me and my channel, the little symbol that you see in the bottom right corner of this video. That's my symbol. It's the 452 symbol. It's the numbers 4, 5, and 2 smushed together, and it's because I like the number 452, because in the show Reboot, which is a show I grew up watching, the main character, Bob, he was Guardian number 452, so that's why I like the number 452, and that's why I have that as my symbol. So anyways, I'll put that in the background of my videos. Maybe I will sell merch with my symbol on it. It'll be subtle merch. It's not going to be super loud and obvious that it's YouTuber merch, but people who know what the symbol means will know, and so I'll put my symbol on hats. I'll probably sell hats, because I like hats, and hats are kind of part of my brand, so I'll sell hats with my symbol on it, and I'll collaborate with some of my favorite YouTubers. If John and Hank Green are willing to work with me, then I would love to collaborate with them, especially John Green. He is my hero. I've always wanted to meet him. Oh, I'll go to VidCon. I don't know if I'll ever be accepted as a featured creator, but hell, I'm manifesting. Why not? I'll be a featured creator at VidCon. And it'll be very overwhelming. I imagine being a creator at VidCon is very overwhelming. Just talking to fans for 8 hours a day or something like that is just my social battery is gonna drain by the second hour. I'm gonna be I feel it sounds like a lot of fun to be a featured creator at VidCon, but actually being a featured creator and meeting all of those fans would probably be super exhausting, and you'd probably get sick afterwards, because that's a lot of germs. And then I'll be on a panel or a couple panels, and people will ask me questions, and I'll give them my quote-unquote expertise, even though I'm not an expert in anything. Perhaps I'll get a degree. I'll do part-time school at some college or something. Maybe there's Fanshawe College here in London, Ontario. Maybe I'll do a course at Fanshawe College, and just to say that I have a degree. I'm not going to use it for anything, but if my YouTube career doesn't last, then at least I'll know I have a degree to fall back on or something. I don't know. I don't really know what I would study in school. There's nothing really I want to study. There's no career that I really want to have other than YouTube, and so I don't really know what I would study in school, but maybe I'd do something. Maybe I'd get a degree at Western University and just get a really general degree in a general health sciences degree. When I went to school in 2012, That's what I was going for. It was a joint program for paramed. It was called the paramedicine program, and it was a joint program with Centennial College. But I would have graduated with a health sciences degree and also a diploma, so that I'd be able to become a paramedic, but I'd also have the health sciences degree so I could continue my university learning and eventually become a doctor if I wanted to, but that plan obviously fell through. So maybe all these years later, I'll finally get a health sciences degree, and I won't do anything with it, but I'll just have a degree, and it'd be cool to say. And then when people say, like, you're so uneducated, look at you, you're a stupid little YouTuber, I'll be like, oh yeah? I have a health sciences degree, so suck on that. Maybe I'll film videos with my friends, if I have friends, which I will. I'll have friends, and I won't be ashamed of having a YouTube channel. I'll be proud, and I'll tell them, like, I have a channel. Do you want to be on it? And they'll be in my videos with me, and maybe my mom and dad will want to be in videos with me. My mom's been in a couple of videos of mine before, so I know my mom would be down for it, but, I don't know about my dad. I never asked him. I've never talked to my dad about my YouTube channel, so I have a feeling that he might be ashamed of the fact that I have a YouTube channel, so I just don't bring it up because it's, like, kind of embarrassing. But if I had 1 million subscribers, it wouldn't be embarrassing anymore. It'd be impressive. And I'd be like, Dad, guess what? I'm a famous YouTuber. And then maybe he'd want to be in my video with me. Maybe not. Maybe he wants to. I don't know. I don't know if my dad's the kind of guy who wants to be. I don't really know that much about my dad or my stepmom. I don't know if she'd want to be in a video either, but I don't know. Whatever. Oh, and I'll get a therapist. I have a therapist, but she's a student therapist, and I don't pay. It's free. It's free therapy, which I am not complaining about. I am happy to have free therapy, but I will go out and actually pay a therapist to be my therapist. And I'm not saying that the therapist I have is bad. I'm just saying it probably would be better to have a paid therapist who's not still a student, somebody with a lot more experience, because I have a lot of mental illnesses and a lot of problems that I need to work through, and sometimes I feel like my therapist is a little bit overwhelmed with all of my problems and all of my mental illnesses, and she's not like a specialist in any of the stuff that I have, I don't think. So yeah, anyways, and this might be a little controversial. People might not like this, but I will be the kind of guy who goes to the strip club and I'm sorry, I like women. I like looking at women. I like hot women. I'm sorry, I'm a pervy dude, but I support sex workers. I support people in the industry, in the sex work industry. I know stripper is a derogatory term, or it can be. So what do they call them? Dancers? I guess just like sexy dancers. I don't know. I don't remember what the PC word for a stripper is, but I'll give them lots of money. I'll be the kind of guy who goes to the strip club and hands out $100 bills, and all the ladies will wish that I pick them because they're all like, ooh, that's the guy who hands out hundreds. And I'll I'll make sure that I see all of the ladies because I don't want to leave any of them out. I want to give them all money. Yeah, and I think that's about it. I'll publish a book of poetry, and probably a book of short stories as well. I have one novella that I've written, and so if I get around to writing more, I should write more. I haven't written in a while, but I do like writing, so I'll probably publish a book of short stories at some point and sell that as merch for an unreasonable price because people will be willing to pay it. And then I'll do like a book tour, which again is going to take a lot of energy out of me because meeting people will take a lot of my energy. I'm not super good with socializing. I'm getting better at socializing. I am, but I'm not like. I am still very, very introverted, and so doing a book tour would take a lot out of me and be very overwhelming for me, but I'll do it because I love my fans, and I want to meet my fans, and I want to sign their books, and I want to, you know, but I have a policy because I don't like clutter. I really, really like things to be organized and simple, and I don't like to have a lot of stuff, and so I'll have a policy where my fans are not allowed to give me gifts. You can give me, like, maybe chocolate, like maybe food, but no, because then everyone will give me chocolate, and then I'll get diabetes, and I don't want to get diabetes. Like, I can just imagine doing a book tour and coming home with like 40 pounds of chocolate and just eating it all because I have no self-control, and then, yeah, bad. That'd be bad. So I'll have a policy with my fans where it's like, I will not accept gifts. If you want to give me a gift, then like make a charitable donation in my name or something. Like, I don't know, like give your money and time to something other than me. I don't like the idea of going on a book tour or going to VidCon and coming home with a bunch of stuff that I then have to figure out what to do with. Like, I have to store it somewhere, or I have to get rid of it, which feels really awful to throw away stuff that my fans have given me. And like, I don't want to just keep a bunch of stuff because I really, really don't like clutter. Like, I can't explain to you how much I don't like clutter. And so, yeah, I will. But like, then I'll feel like an asshole if I'm at a fan meeting, a meet and greet, and my fan like brings me a card that they made me. Like, okay, I'll take letters. How about that? If you give me a letter, I will read it. I will do that. I will do that thing that YouTubers sometimes do where they like open P.O. box stuff from people on camera, and like after a fan meet, after like a book tour or something where I meet a lot of fans and they give me a lot of letters, I'll tell them to like write on the envelope whether or not or they're okay with me sharing it in a video, and if they are, I'll make a video where I just go through all of the letters and just read these people's letters and respond to them. And yeah, and if they write on the envelope, please don't share this in a video, I will of course respect that, and I will just read the letter and keep it to myself. But I promise I'll read every letter that is given to me. It will take me a lot of time, but I will, assuming your handwriting isn't terrible, I will read your letter if you give me a letter. But I'm not going to put out a P.O. box. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers who has a P.O. box where you can just send me stuff, because again, I really don't like just having stuff. I don't like clutter. Clothes is different. I'm fine with having a lot of clothes, but even then, every time I do a clothing haul, I'm also going to be donating old clothes that I don't wear anymore. So it's like, I'm not just going to keep collecting more and more clothes. I'm going to be getting rid of clothes also. But like, I don't like clutter. Yeah, so is that it? I also will quit smoking cigarettes. That has nothing to do with being a millionaire, but I'll buy nicotine gum or something with my money, with all the money that I have. I won't. I really should quit cigarettes. I really am intending to quit cigarettes at some point. That is, I don't have a timeline. I don't have like a date, or I'm not planning like, you know, by the end of the year I'm gonna have quit cigarettes. Like, I don't have a solid goal, but I do plan on quitting cigarettes at some point. So I'll do that when I become famous, because also I'll have to be a good example for my fans, and I don't want them to see me outside having a cigarette during a fan meet, you know. So I'll quit cigarettes, and I'll also I'll eat healthier because I'll have more money to buy fruits and vegetables and good healthy food. Although, to be honest, if I'm being real, I'll probably buy a lot of takeout. I'll probably, I'm not gonna cook my own meals, let's be honest. But it'll be a healthy takeout. It'll be like good food that I'm ordering, not like fast food, you know. So maybe I'll lose a bit of weight that way. Back in like 2019, when I was hoping that I'd become a famous YouTuber, I was planning to get a personal trainer and a dietitian when I became rich and famous. But I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I think I'll figure it out myself. Like I know how to diet. I know how to eat healthy. I just don't do it. I know how to exercise. I don't need somebody to coach me on how to exercise. I just don't like doing it. And so maybe when I'm rich and famous, I'll have more ambition to be healthier and I'll get into shape. Maybe I'll get abs. You know what? I'm manifesting. Why not? I'm all for body positivity, and I think it's totally fine to be plus sized. But personally, I think it would be pretty cool if I had abs. I think it'd be pretty cool if I was buff. So, sure, I'm gonna be buff. Why not? Maybe just for 6 months, but I'll milk it. I'll be shirtless in every video. I'll just I'll be buff, and I'll really enjoy it, and then I'll go back to being kind of overweight. Hopefully not as overweight as I am currently, because I do feel like I'm not I have body issues. I'm not super happy being the weight that I am right now. I would prefer to be a little bit smaller. I think I'd have more energy. It'd be easier on my knees. It'd be easier on my body as a whole. It'd be healthier because I'm the weight that I am, because I tend to binge eat. And so, I'll try to get my my binging under control. And what else will I do? God, I'm having a lot of fun. I know I've been recording for almost 40 minutes, and probably no one is watching this video at this point. But what else will I do? What else have I always wanted to do, but money has been an issue? God, I don't know. I don't let myself dream enough, because deep down, I don't think that my dreams are going to come true. I don't think that, and maybe I shouldn't say that, because again, it's all about the secret, and the secret is being positive that good things are going to happen. So you know what? Screw it. This is going to happen. This is really going to happen. This is how my life is going to turn out, and this is all going to happen before the age of 40. I'm given the universe enough time. I feel like that's a reasonable goal, to have 1 million subscribers by the time I'm 40, but it has to happen fast, because I'm on disability benefits. I'm on disability support, and if I make more than, I think, $6,600 a year, then I lose my benefits. So I'm scared that my channel is going to grow so slowly that I lose my benefits, but I'm not making enough from YouTube to actually survive. And so I really, really don't want that to happen. I really want to just experience a massive amount of growth all at once, and have it just happen overnight. And I know it'd be hard to adjust to. I know it'll be a lot to take in. I know it'll be very overwhelming and very stressful to just go from having 100 subscribers to having 1 million. That's gonna be really difficult for me to adjust to that, but that's what I need to happen, because again, it can't happen slowly. It just can't. So yeah. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I'll go vegan. I think I'm gonna go vegan again. I used to be vegan for 6 years, and I have no excuse for why I'm not currently vegan. I'm just not. But at some point in the future, especially when I have a lot of money, it'll be a lot easier to be vegan, because good vegan food can often be pretty pricey. If you want to buy meat alternatives, and if you want to buy stuff that is specifically made for vegans, a lot of times it is pretty pricey. And so I know it is possible to be vegan on a budget. I know it's possible to be vegan and not spend a lot of money, but it's just harder. It is. So yeah, my computer's about to die. I guess I should probably end this video. You know what? I also want to create a signature scent, which I don't know if that's possible, because I don't really know the politics of creating scents. It'll be a perfume, and I'll also have scented lotion and just different I'll like team up with a skincare brand. I'll team up with like Bath and Body Works or something, or Lush maybe. Probably Lush, because I think that they're like a vegan, cruelty-free brand, and so I'll team up with Lush, and my signature, the Sylvester line of products will all smell like vanilla, cloves, and orange. Vanilla, clove, and orange. And I don't know if that scent combination is like copywritten. I don't know if somebody else has claimed that scent as their own. If they have, I'll have to kind of find some kind of twist to put on it to make it mine. But like, it'll definitely have notes of vanilla, clove, and orange, because I think that is like my favorite scent combination ever. Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll team up with Lush. Why not? Yeah, sure. And I'll get a sponsorship from Rimmel London. I'll team up with Rimmel London, even though I'm not really a makeup YouTuber. I've always wanted to work with Rimmel London. I really like Rimmel London, especially since they've recently gone cruelty free, and so I used Rimmel London before they were cruelty-free, which I'm not super proud to admit that, but I just really liked their products, and they were cheap, and I tried other brands that were cruelty-free, and I just didn't like their products as much. So anyways, I should not have used their products before they went cruelty-free, but now that they're cruelty-free, I have no reason not to like Rimmel London, so I'll work with Rimmel London. I'll be like a spokesperson for them. I'll be like I don't know, it'll be great. Again, I don't really know how to do makeup that well, but I'll be like a representative for the everyman, and be like, look, even men who don't really know how to do makeup can still enjoy our products. Like, our products are for everyone, even trans men who don't know how to do makeup very well. I'll be the spokesman for the common man. And I'll be there like, hey fellas, have you tried makeup? It's pretty awesome. And then men around the world will start wearing makeup because I said so. I think we need to bring guyliner back. I miss the emo days when guys would wear eyeliner and it was hot, and we need men to wear makeup again. Damn it. This is a hill I will die on. Okay, yeah, I think that's about it. Anyways, that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Will I do it? Will I do Twitch? I might do Twitch. I don't do games, so I think it would just have to be like one of those streams where I just hang out and chat with my audience. What are those called? There's a specific genre of just talking. I think is that what it's called? Just talking? That doesn't sound right. Whatever. Whatever genre of Twitch it is where you just hang out with your audience and just talk, that'll be what I do. Yeah, it'll be fantastic. It'll be great. I'm gonna have a wonderful, fulfilling life, and it'll be full and beautiful, and I'll be happy and rich and charitable, and I'll be fashionable as hell, and I'll have all sorts of soap forever. Just so much soap. I don't like clutter, but there's room for soap. There's always room for soap. Yeah. Anyways, that's all. Is that all? Oh, I might do singing lessons. I might hire a coach to help me learn how to sing better. That would be cool. And then maybe I'll perform live. I have so much performance anxiety. Like, so much performance anxiety. The thought of singing in front of people, like even just singing in front of my camera, you might be able to tell if you watch my singing videos. I'm just so nervous that I just can't perform as well as I know I can when I'm alone in my apartment. But if I have a coach, maybe I'll become more confident in my voice and more skilled, and I'll get used to singing in front of people because I'll sing in front of my vocal coach, and so maybe I'll be able to perform for people, and I'll do like a concert. I don't write my own songs though, so if I did a concert, it would just be me singing other people's songs, and I think that there's some like copyright issues there. I don't think I'm allowed to do that. But anyways, my computer is like seriously about to die. I really need to end this video, but I might I have one original song that I've written. I don't know. Um, are you allowed to sing other people's songs and go like do a tour, a YouTuber tour where you just sing other people's songs? I'll have to look into the legality of that. I'll hire a lawyer. I also need to hire a lawyer. That's another thing I need to do. Anyways, I think that's it. I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.